Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Talk About Sleep. We're going to talk about sleep today. We're going to also round out our month discussion of the questions that were asked over the past month. So thank you for everybody who interacted. As we get close to 1,000 subscribers, one lucky viewer will get a signed copy of this at random. But you got to be in it to win it, so make sure you subscribe. Please like this channel. And just as I always say, these videos are for education only. Now, this is part 4 of the question and answer for May. We're in June right now, so middle of June. So this is the last one. But thank you again for everybody who interacted. So let's get going. Clint writes on my Bongo Rx video. He goes, "I can't take something seriously called Bongo Rx. Terrible name." I agree with that. And it may or may not work, as my video suggests. So, Givaldo on my middle of the night insomnia video writes, "Congrats for the enlightening video. Do you already post one on medications? Different doctors are prescribing me different medications, including Selenor. I am still uneasy following that path." Well, you know, not every medication is right for every person, and it really is a very personal thing. I like trazodone, which you can tell from my videos here, but there are many other medications out there that can work for people. Selenor has been around for a long time. It's approved for middle-of-the-night insomnia, but it really depends on what the situation is. You know, has a sleep study been done? What other things are going on as far as, you know, is there any anxiety or depression? So it's a very complicated question to answer. So, you know, if things have been prescribed, you know, what I always tell patients is it's worth giving it a try. Okay, so I hope that helps you. And the last three I said, Aaron on my Zywave video writes, "How much does, say, a month's worth of Zywave cost?" We're looking at thousands of dollars. I don't know the exact cost because usually insurance covers it, but if you're paying out of pocket, it can be thousands of dollars. And my last two questions were on my upper airway resistance syndrome video, and that's Ryan and Forerunner, who I'm going to go over both of those right now. So Forerunner writes, again, this is on upper airway resistance syndrome. "This is describing me extremely well. After CPAP surgery, I still get really disrupted sleep, and the treatments have not really helped at all. I have low blood pressure, which UARS is known for, as opposed to high blood pressure, which is sleep apnea known for. Anxiety, depression symptoms, I mean, you can get that with either UARS or sleep apnea. Extreme fatigue, same thing. I sometimes wake up with a racing heart, same thing. I feel like my brain is super sensitive to reduced airway once I sleep, even though I've gone through every option possible. Maybe an oral appliance." Yeah, I would say for you, Forerunner, if you've tried CPAP, you've tried surgery, I would say the oral device is definitely the next step to try. There are dentists out there who make high quality ones, but I would tell you is if you want to try one just to see if you can tolerate it, there's something called Snore RX, SNORE RX. You can get it online. What they are, and devices like them, are boil and bite oral devices. So what I mean by that is you get it online. It's like $50. They send you the kit. You put it in boiling water. You pop it in your mouth, and that kind of molds to your teeth. And then once it's molded, like a sports mouth guard, you can try it out, see how it goes, by pulling your lower jaw forward. If it's something you can tolerate, you know, meaning that it's not super uncomfortable for you, then what I would suggest is going to a dentist, a sleep dentist, who makes these devices, and have them make a high quality one for you. That can solve the problem, okay? Especially if you haven't had good luck with the other options. I would do that as opposed to, you know, you had mentioned here Inspire surgery. I don't think even Inspire is approved. I know it's not approved for UARS, so, you know, that would be probably difficult to get done. Would daridorexant be a good option? I don't know that medications necessarily would be the answer here. Certainly, medications in conjunction with keeping your airway open, but I would start first with an oral device and see how you do with that. All right, I hope that helps. And then lastly, Ryan writes, I am one of the lucky ones. My insurance company had no problem with my UARS diagnosis. Nice. I responded very quickly to treatment. That's also great. We'd love to see a bit of video about the HPA axis. Yeah, I'll do one. Probably my next video will be on that. That's the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, and it really is the controller of our body's response to stress. Good idea. Thank you for that. Around the time I started having excessive daytime sleepiness, I developed severe agitation. All these have resolved. Yeah, Ryan, that's fantastic. I mean, you're kind of the classic poster child for UARS. OSA causes cardiovascular problems. Are there any issues like that with UARS? That's a great question. So, just like I said with Forerunner's questions, sleep apnea, well known to raise heart rate, right? Raise blood pressure, and that can lead to cardiovascular problems down the road, heart attacks to strokes, over years to decades. UARS, as we said, people can actually have hypotension, so reduced blood pressure. But, so you think, okay, well, that means that cardiovascular problems shouldn't be an issue. They are not as well known to occur in UARS as they are in sleep apnea, but they still can occur. The reason why is because the body is still under stress. Even though, with sleep apnea, the oxygen level is going down, the inflammatory markers are going up, those things are not happening to that degree with UARS, but the body is still responding to the stressor, this tightened airway, as a stressor. So cortisol gets released. The HPA axis is activated. That can, over time, in theory, lead somebody to have cardiovascular problems. So yet another reason to take care of this. Is the risk as high as it is with sleep apnea? No, but it is there. Okay, so great question. So I think that's the end of May's Q&A. So thank you for everybody who asked questions. Keep watching for next month's video on these question and answers, and thank you for your comments and questions regarding different topics. That gives me ideas to make videos. Like I said, probably the next video will be on HPA axis, and that's it for today. So thanks for watching. Please like, please share with your friends and family, and until next time, everybody, sleep well.